The first one is coming on her face versus late night eating, and that could be any sort of food you're eating.
So how are we gonna do this?
Okay, so you guys disperse, talk about it, and I'm the tiebreaker.
Okay, so for me, it's late night eating.
I think so too.
Yeah. All right, easy.
All right, lock it in.
Okay,
Lock
late
it
night
in.
eating moves forward. I mean, coming on her face is pretty sick.
Because
Because the way when I
Late night
envisioned
eating is
it,
also sick.
I envisioned it as two categories, two pieces of the pie. How guilty you feel doing it, and how much of a pleasure it is. So coming on her face is pretty great fucking pleasure.
okay. I see what
You know what I'm saying? So like, it's pretty fucking great.
Yeah, late night eating.
Yeah, it's still late. And welcome back to the Second Round Podcast. It's your host, Matt Hags, and to the right of me is Saucebots George and Zack.
Couple of fucking twins. I just noticed. Look.
Oh yeah, we got a little
I never even
squad.
noticed.
the same
Yeah.
shit.
Same thing, unless you had black socks on.
Wow.
Well,
I didn't
the
even
only
notice
thing.
that till right then.
Literally
either.
green pants. Who wears green pants at the same day? What are the odds?
It's very low.
I don't know.
Not very high.
Well, yeah,
Not
definitely
a
not
massive,
high.
Yeah, not a massive.
How many days of
look.
the week do you wear those pants?
These ones?
Both of you.
Like
I-
once every week and a half.
I'd say about once a week because they're very comfortable. I love these styles.
So
of
you're at
pants.
1 of 7. Hags and Josh is at
Like
1 of 10. 1 of 10.
It was 1 and 7, 1 and 7, so 149.
But you said once every week and a half.
Yeah.
Oh shit, it'd be more.
So it'd be like 1 in 70.
Probably around that.
History right there, gentlemen.
And it's the day after the eclipse, if anyone didn't know.
Holy shit.
And there's a bunch of earthquakes.
Yeah.
Dude,
And-
Yeah.
I was at
And tornado.
at work the other day. Like it got so weird outside, like from the eclipse.
Yeah.
Like it was like so dark, but it wasn't dark.
Yeah, that's
dude,
what
it
happened
was
when I was driving
fucked.
home.
It was
I was literally
crazy. It
driving
was like
home
an
and it was
apocalypse.
weird.
It was
Yeah.
insane.
It was like
It was
dusk.
a little too cloudy though to really appreciate.
Yeah.
Like I was just kind of like, oh, it's a little dark now.
Yeah.
Darker than it
watching
should be.
NTV, and Eddie Shear was fucking geeking out about it, man.
Yeah.
He was like a kid like on Christmas.
Yeah.
He was having a day for sure.
He was.
Was he on the air with his glasses on?
Oh yeah, probably.
It was weird. He was like, it was like basically like a decathlon or something. He just like running ads, and like it was like just him like talking to like the fucking thing, like camera for like an hour, and then let the clips out. And he's like, all right, see ya.
Yeah, it's kind of. I didn't watch a lot of it, but it was definitely. I don't know. Eddie Shear's he's just not to shit on the guy, but he's a fine weatherman. Not really. He gets a lot of shit wrong, but he does the job fine. But like, I find they have him on TV so often. Like it's
Our
almost
weather-
like he's a reporter.
He's like
Now-
David Amber on
Yeah,
CBC.
yeah. It's like, why do you got this guy on for that much? Like, have him on, but why that much?
Probably because he makes a lot of money, and they got to get their money's worth.
Oh yeah, he does. He does. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Like regarding the weather, like we live in the most unpredictable weather.
Oh, easily. No, it's not his. Like people don't grasp how fast our shit can change.
I feel like he
man.
just plays it safe, and then when like the snowfalls doesn't happen, then he's like, at least I
told you.
like the worst case.
Yeah, which I agree with. I always would bet on the worst case scenario. Like that's what I
I'd
think.
be
you
wrong
should
the
prepare-
other way.
Yeah.
Than the,
Yeah.
the
I'd
opposite.
rather tell you it's 20 centimeters and we get 5 than tell you it's 10 and we get 20. Because then, like, geez, he had an outcry the other day when we had that little bit of snow overnight. And everyone woke up to a bit of snow, like 5-10 centimeters, and everyone was like, "The fucking world's ending," myself included. I literally woke up.
I
and I
woke
wanted
up and
to
I
kill
was
myself.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like I literally was like, "Why am I here?"
I was really wearing Crocs around like the week before. I was
Yeah.
like, "Fuck!" I'm wearing Crocs now because I'm like refuse to believe that spring's not here.
Do you know what I would do? Like the amount of money I would spend on my friends to move like just 6 of us to Florida or even like Dallas or just anywhere that's awesome year round. Like if I had the kind of money to do that, it would happen.
Newfound Power is a part of a bunch of companies of like Caribbean countries that like have like power grids.
Mm.
So like there's like former employees that like live down like Belize and like the Cayman Islands.
See, that almost sounds sketchy to me. Like I
Cayman
feel like
Islands.
I feel like I'm getting murdered. I'm not familiar with which ones are
Hags
which.
is chasing Mickey Mouse.
No, not even that. I'm not even talking about. I'm talking about from like to move to like your Cubas, your Caribbean.
I
No,
don't
no,
know.
not Cuba, not Cuba.
I would never.
Because like that just to me seems like death. Like I think you're dead.
I feel like you just live in a gated. It's gonna be like Florida. You're in a gated community and
You're just vibing every day.
it's kind of segregated.
That's
and
fair.
you're fine.
Devin sent a picture to us of the of one of his buddies got a picture of the eclipse, and look at that.
Like a dope.
It's
Send
really
it
like
to
a
me. I'll put it-
screensaver.
I'll put it. Oh, that's sick. I'll.
Yeah,
I
there you
just
go.
put
You
it-
can see it.
Yeah, I'll just put it on
can
the
see it.
fucking.
Wasn't
Send
it,
it
like,
to me.
cloudy?
You're
Email
not
it
gonna
to me.
do that.
I will, because I got to do stuff for the bracket we're doing. So email it to me.
All right, fair enough. I'm sending it to you. I'm texting it to you.
No, you got to email it to me.
Oh my god, it's fucking worst.
What do you mean? It's so easy.
Anyways, we'll do that after. We'll
I'm
do
doing
it
it now.
after.
You go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, actually, since we're talking about it, I mean, the eclipse was wild, but I also found like
I
it
think
was
there's
a
something
little
wilder coming up.
What?
The bracket.
Oh, the bracket's
You
gonna be
hinted
sick.
at it.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
bracket's gonna be sick. But we'll do that in a second. But no, I also think it was kind of overhyped for how much everyone was talking about it.
Oh,
Like
so
obviously
overhyped.
our weather put a damper on our experience of the eclipse. But even watching it on TV and stuff, I was like, there's a black spot over the it's black. Now we're in darkness and now it's over. Like, am
Yeah.
I wild to say? Like, I get it. It's cool. It's a crazy phenomenon that happens when you really think about what's truly happening. The moon is going, but is it that? Like,
I feel like
does it warrant everything that happened?
it's like one of those things where like once you know the signs behind it, it kind of ruins the fun.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh yeah, like this always happens, and they can like tell exactly when it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Where like if you're like back in like the 1900s, like you don't know what the fuck's going on. It just got dark in the middle of the day. Like
I feel like it's even earlier than that. I feel like in the 1900s they had it. I'm thinking more like AD shit. Because, like, I mean, Galileo, when he had fucking figured out that the planets existed and shit,
yeah,
I'm sure he figured out that the moon crossed over too.
yeah, and that's
Imagine the first one, and the first time
Oh,
it
well,
happened,
that's-
everybody just went blind.
Well, that's called Jesus. Like, that's what happened. Like, that's where crazy, like, all the
So,
stories come from.
so if I looked at it,
Yeah.
I would have been blind.
I think what it is
I think you
is
just get permanent eye damage.
I think it's no different than looking at the sun
Yeah.
on a regular day. That's the problem. People think because it's black, it's not hitting you is the issue. So it's like
Oh, so you're just like looking straight at it, and it doesn't affect you. But
for a second, but then it's like, oh fuck, I've been looking at the damn
As soon
sun.
as it like
Yeah.
starts caressing or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
you're done
the sun rays start
Yeah.
blinding you.
again. And people like just stare at that.
Man, I
shit.
seen a funny tweet the other day.
It's like, look at that light bulb for 2 minutes, Zach, and tell
Yeah,
me how you feel.
like never.
times like a 10,000.
Yeah, times a billion, but still.
Yeah, like looking at the fucking sun.
Yeah.
I've looked at the sun before.
And it's not fun.
Apparently,
No, I can't do it. You've seen me. I fucking wear sunglasses till like 8 p.m.
what?
I literally wear
I
sunglasses
wear
until
my
like the sun goes down.
sunglasses at night.
Why? Because you get like headaches?
I'm always squinting. I've always been like it.
Don't like the.
Well, you
don't
know
like
what,
light?
man? Well, Josh, you've known me fucking.
I
half
thought
my
that was more
life.
like a style choice.
No, not really.
What?
I mean, like,
Is that offside?
Like, I thought you just were that guy.
Zach
I
has
thought
some
you were
cool
s-
sunglasses. I would wear those too.
Those
Well, I
fucking blue ones back in the
Okay, yeah.
fucking
yeah.
wide.
Those were so 2010. Like,
So,
you rock
dude,
them.
those blue ones. That I had 2 pairs of those. So, do you remember how Brad and fucking Nick, when we were, I don't think you were there. So we went to
Awkward.
Toronto, me and Mark and Brad, and was that the trip that you were there? I bought them.
Maybe.
And I bought them
Yeah,
at the Eaton Center.
yeah, I
the
think
time
so.
when, yeah. So when
Because
we got
what's
home,
his name came with us.
yeah, Sean was with
Sean
us.
with us, yeah.
Okay, so when we got home,
Yeah.
the following weekend we went to Brad Greenslade's cabin, went on the Sea-Doos and all that shit. I was chilling on the kayak, had my sunglasses on, my nice blue ones. Just paid, fucking lot of money for, and they weren't cheap, and we were fucking still in high school at the time, or just out of high school. And then so anyway, I go and I'm out on the kayak, and Brad and Nick are out being fucking idiots out on the jet ski, and they come over and do a giant friggin' donut or like fishtail right next to me, flatten me with water, huge wave flattens me. My glasses fucking fall off and go down in Gould's Big Pond. So we never realized. So like they wipe me out, and then I'm like gets up. I'm like dazed and confused because like they just smoked me. Like it was a lot of water, and then and anyway, yeah, I was like, oh dude, your glasses. And I just looked around. They were gone. So I immediately went up into Brad's house and then ordered another pair because I was psycho and ordered the exact same pair.
Yeah, that's the second part of that story is the worst part.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's wild.
yep. Because I loved them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest.
They were just
I don't know if
they were-
they were for the time they were fine.
They were
I
just
don't know
for-
if they were worth 2 purchases.
No.
Even then,
Not at
in
all.
2010, even
Not at
then,
all.
like they weren't. I don't know if they were worth 2 purchases.
not at all. I probably wore them like less than like 30 times.
Do the math. How many,
Well,
how
you
many
know
dollars
what?
you spend per wear? Because you got times it by
There were
two.
three. Well, there were $300 both times. So there was
Oh,
$600.
that's fucking rough, man. That's a lot of money.
Fuck.
Divided by 30. That's like $20 a wear.
Yeah, shit. Fuck's sakes.
You know what this?
Maybe
is?
I wore them a bit more than that, but who knows?
You know
I
what
never
the-
wore because they weren't my first choice because I only wore them when we went to baseball.
That's very true.
And if I was like playing sports or going
Yeah.
outside, whatever. But yeah.
This is actually a good segue because I would call that a guilty pleasure, and we have the bracket of guilty pleasures.
Oh no, that's what it is.
So this bracket, not all of them, disclaimer, I don't think every one of these are guilty pleasures personally, but I just came up and Googled and just kind of compiled a list of 16 guilty pleasures for a bracket challenge. But what I did beforehand was I assigned each pleasure a 1 through 16 of the top 16 golfers at the Masters. So what we are going to do is, as you guys decide the winner of the bracket, that will be who I put some money on to win the Masters.
Okay.
Because it's Masters week to date this pod, and I'm a massive golf fan, and I'm not a massive sports gambler, but I do love betting on golf. It's so much fucking fun. So I'll be making other bets besides this one, but this one will be my pod bet. What it'll be is whoever wins, I'm betting on, and the top 4, I'm doing a top 20 finish bet on. That's my plan. So we'll, without further ado, we'll get it started, and I'll be popping the bracket up on screen for people to see as we go through at times. So as you can see, we have multiple decisions here. If there is a disclaimer on who you guys, because you guys will be, I'm not voting, I'm the tie-breaking vote. As you read, the boys are giggling because they're reading some.
I can't read number 8.
Yeah,
I'll read them. I'll read them out at times. It'll be bigger on screen for them. But so these seating, to keep in mind, these are not my original seating. I just randomized it because I didn't want it to be so you could figure out who was what in terms
I was
of.
going to say, so like his number one.
No, it's not.
Scotty
no,
Scheffler?
it's not. So I randomized it.
I'm like, holy fuck. He must really like doing that.
I randomized
Plus
it.
400 odds.
At no point, keep in mind, these seatings are not like what I think is the most guilty. It's just I needed 16. I randomized them
So
afterwards.
so everything is all random.
Yeah, so you don't know who's what. The
Okay.
number one seating on this bracket is not Scotty Scheffler, the number
So
one
we should be
golfer.
not going by seeding. We
No,
should
at
be
all. It's
going
just
by-
matchups.
Okay,
There's
gotcha.
no seating.
Okay.
So the first one is coming on her face versus late night eating, and that could be any sort of food you're eating.
So how are we going to do this?
Okay.
So you guys disperse, talk
we just-
about
we
it,
just
and
talk
I'm the
it out?
tiebreaker.
Okay, so for me, it's late night eating.
I think so too.
Yeah. All right, easy.
All right, lock it
Okay,
in.
Lock
late
it in.
night eating moves forward. I mean, coming on her face is pretty sick.
So, okay,
though.
so
Yeah,
I
like-
Because the way when I
Late night
envisioned
eating
it,
is also sick.
I envisioned it as 2 categories, 2 pieces of the pie: how guilty you feel doing it, and how much of a pleasure it is. So coming on her
Both.
face is pretty great fucking
oh, that's
pleasure.
okay. I see where
You
you're
know what
going.
I'm saying? So like, it's pretty fucking great.
Yeah, late night eating.
Yeah, it's still late.
I literally
This is not good for me.
Dude, I literally
But it's
make
so good.
I literally make nachos for myself. So what I do is I just layer out, get a plate, layer out some chips, put some sauce on it, put some shredded cheese, and you got to fucking buy the block of cheese and shred it yourself. Don't be a lazy fucking cunt.
Fun fact:
I'm a
you want to
lazy
know
cunt.
why that cheese isn't as good? To make it last longer shredded, they put flour on
Yeah,
the
they put
cheese.
flour in it, and that's
And
why it
just
gets all
doesn't- it
fucking
doesn't taste the
shitty
same.
and hard.
It's
and it's
fine.
worse.
I find it's fine in a pinch if you're like making something, but 9 times out of 10, I'm
Say
shaking.
if you're camping.
Yeah, if you're camping, you
Say
need
if you're
shredded
camping, you need
cheese.
shredded cheese.
Or you're
and-
going out to like a barbecue that's like not at someone's house, or like it's just a little bit more convenient to have it there for cooking. I agree, but 9 times out of 10, I'm grading that shit. You got to grade that shit.
Yeah.
I
But
didn't
anyways.
know the flour thing, but I usually get shredded cheese.
Yeah, so that's what I do like 4 times a week, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just make nachos at
Yeah,
like four
Probably
times
4
a week.
times a week, just a little
4?
fucking- just lay them out on a plate. Oh, dude, like
What time would you say? What do you guys constitute as late night eating? For me, it's
between
any
11
time.
and 11.
Yeah, anytime after 11. And
I
even
would-
then, it's like you could honestly say 10.
Yeah, I would have said like after 9. and,
Not
like,
because 9
I'm
could
like
be a late
I'm
night.
like a night owl though, so like I don't go to sleep usually until like probably between like 12 and 1. So for me, like 11 o'clock is like a late night. It's like a night snack.
Yeah. I would say,
Yeah.
but that's still late night. There's
Oh
no
yeah,
getting around.
Oh,
that.
absolutely, 100%. But what I'm saying is, if Josh goes to bed at 11, then I would consider 9:30.
10.
Yeah, 9 o'clock is a late night. eating
Well,
for
we
me.
have still. I agree with you boys.
But
Either
maybe he's
way.
not having as big of a muck now as
No,
I am, right?
no,
See,
you're
that's
having
the
a
thing.
big
He's having like a
fucking feast.
granola
I'm
bar.
not doing the prep work, man. I'm going straight for like chocolate. Something.
You're just crushing
Yeah, but
it.
you see, I just that's my
Can of
thing.
Pringles.
I don't
That's good
like.
enough.
I don't buy chips anymore. Like me and Jess don't buy chips.
Well, that's big.
So I
That's
only
big.
just buy tortilla
I
chips,
don't really
and
eat
that's what I
them.
make.
I
I
don't
make
really
my
eat them.
nachos. That's my
My
guilty
late night
pleasure.
snack is in.
Pretty draw the line.
I might have like I usually just try to eat chips whenever I'm like at somewhere and people have them, or if we have people coming over and I'll get them. But other than that, like I try not to buy them because
Fair.
if I don't buy them, if they're not in the house, that's the only way I can't eat them. But if they're in the house, I'm fucking eating them.
Yeah.
I don't have the discipline to not eat them if they're there.
True.
That's fair.
All right, what's next one?
I was wondering why Josh looked a little low.
Was that off?
Yeah,
The
he
whole
just not the whole time, but I think he might have accidentally just the way you were holding it. Either way, I can fix it in post. Worst case, I'll boost you. But yeah. So the next one is is
You're gonna have to
God.
read that one, buddy. I can't see that shit.
Yep, I know what it is. So it's anal. You can decide if it's receiving or giving, but anal
Speak for yourself, man.
versus continuing to argue when you know for a fact you're wrong.
I don't do any of those.
Oh, that's a lie.
I don't. Do I argue when I'm wrong?
Yeah, well, I think everyone argues a bit when
But,
they're
like,
wrong.
not-
No
but
one.
when I realize that I'm wrong, I won't keep going. I feel like I'm reasonable in that sense.
That's up to you for you to decide.
I'm asking you to answer it for
I'm
me.
not. I think
I don't do anal.
I think.
Sorry, I don't.
Not receive or give.
No comment on the first one.
Then that's
No.
high on the guilty meter. Then like you
the guilty is
almost,
the guilty.
you almost gotta say anal in this
No.
case.
No, I don't venture on that side of the pond.
You're not missing much. Number 8.
You're going arguing when you know you're wrong.
Yeah, like, I don't really do that. I've probably done it like once or twice in my life, and like it's a guilty pleasure, I guess.
That's fair.
You don't feel good doing it, but like you also like the other person probably deserved it.
But you might feel guilty in the sense of that you're doing it, but it's a pleasure. You like it.
You talking about anal?
No, 8.
Anal's sick.
The
I'm
other
just
one.
gonna come out in there and say it. Like it's fine.
Josh is like, well, yeah, that person deserved
Kind
it.
of feel.
Josh thinks she fucking deserved that shit.
Let's
Holy
move on.
fuck.
Oh,
What's the next one?
So just to recap,
So we're gonna go with the
next
number
round
8
matchup
seed
is
there.
going to be late night eating versus
Arguing even though you
when
know you're
when
wrong.
The next one is hold on a second. Let me-
Jesus Christ, Hags.
I don't know why it's so small here. Let's get a little.
Why so small?
Let's get a little zoom here.
There you go.
Oh yeah. So the next one is like talking shit or making fun of someone, either behind their back or like joking around. But like we all know everyone's done it. Like you all made fun of people that you knew in high school or whatever it is. You've done it. So like joke around, talking shit about someone, or like super greasy fucking food.
See, I don't even feel guilty about greasy food because it's good. So like,
Yeah, I'll go with number 5.
I'll go with number 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's more of a guilty pleasure.
Really? So you're talking about when you're like just mucking a massive poutine?
I don't
and
feel
fucking
bad.
I
everything?
don't feel
Bad at
bad
all.
about it. I feel like shit the next day. But
Saying,
like,
get in me.
I feel like that's going to be a contention point for others. I feel like they're going to be like,
Yeah, well, maybe other people just don't eat greasy food like we do.
that's fair. That is fair.
pretty loyal to the greasy food.
Me and Josh are frequent flyers, so it doesn't really.
So the next one, okay, that's fair. I don't mind that. The next one is weekday drinking or hitting of the pendulum versus late night gaming.
It's late night gaming for me.
Yeah, late night gaming.
Wow.
I don't know. Like I know, like if I'm up on the weekend and it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna regret this for like days.
That's fair. So you're thinking so it's higher on
I
the
still
guilty,
do it, even though I know I shouldn't be at it.
which is the definition.
Which I don't really do weekday drinking or Benjamin.
I know someone who does, and I don't think he's guilty about
I
it
don't
at
think
all.
he feels guilty about it.
No, I don't think so at
No,
all.
I don't think so either.
No,
Mike is at it all the time.
So this one's gonna be a hard one, I think. Canceling plans when you know you can make the plans, but you cancel anyways.
What?
Versus procrastinating work that you have to get done. So that could be chores around the house, actual work.
What's the first one?
Canceling plans when you know you can make the plans.
Oh,
You're
okay.
just
All right.
canceling
I
because
thought
you
you said
don't
the opposite.
because you just don't want to go, but you
For
don't
some
really have a
reason-
good reason.
For some reason, I thought you said like making plans even though you know you can't make it to them.
Oh, that's kind of
psychotic.
wild.
That's not guilty. That's
yeah,
psychotic.
that's wild. No, canceling like you got plans with someone next Friday, and like it comes getting close to it, and you just don't want to fucking go, but you don't got an answer reason that you can't, so you just cancel them, saying, "Oh fuck, I forgot, I got dinner at mom's that night." You know.
I feel like I'd be way more anxious about 14 procrastinating work. So that's more guilty in my eyes.
But remember, it's the guilty but the pleasure side of it. So if it's only guilt and there's no pleasure because your anxiety,
I feel like there's no pleasure in canceling plans, or maybe not.
there
pleasure?
is. There is. Don't say there's not. Well, I'm not talking about with your buddies. But
Yeah.
if Michelle wants to go hang out with a couple of her friends and you're supposed to go to dinner, and then you guys realize you don't want to go, you're telling me that you're not kind of fucking
I'm
pumped?
feeling pretty pumped.
Yeah, you're feeling fucking
But I'm not
pretty
guilty
pumped.
of it. I'm like, I just feel good about it.
But do you not feel guilty on canceling on them last minute a little? Like you're like, oh fuck, we're gonna fucking them
Maybe.
over here.
I don't know. What do you think, Zach?
Like I think that's the I feel like that's a guilty
It's
pleasure.
number 3 for me. I don't really procrastinate my work. I don't really know what that's like.
I do that. I procrastinate all the time.
Because you do procrastinate.
I
your work.
procrastinate like shit. Like
At home, chores.
home.
That,
Oh, yeah.
well, that's work. I'm not talking about your physical
but
job.
yeah, well, like
Do not try and say that you don't procrastinate that shit right now, because
no,
we
no,
all
no,
know
no,
you
no,
do.
no. I'm not saying that. But what am I trying to rank it as, like a guilty pleasure? Like I don't get pleasure in procrastinating. I'm just a piece of shit and take too much time and not do it.
But
But it's not like I'm like, yeah, I'm procrastinating.
but you are probably getting pleasure for while you're procrastinating, aka playing games or doing something in that moment. So then you're pleasured then, and then you feel guilty
You feel
afterwards because
guilty.
you fucked
That's
up.
what
and
that's how I.
and
thought of it.
there's a mound of dishes out there, and Jess comes
Yeah.
home and she's like,
Okay,
"The
well, we'll
fuck?"
go with
Dishwasher's
we'll
half
go with
empty.
14. We'll go with 14.
I think it's
Ooh.
14.
You think it's 14 versus the canceling plans?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
okay.
don't really do that.
Fair enough.
That's just you and Mike.
So the next one is pooping in public versus
Poor Mike catching strays, not even here.
pooping in public versus checking out a good pair of boobs or a butt.
I feel zero guilt about pooping in public.
I don't like.
I'm a
pooping in
frequent
public.
flyer in the public washroom.
I fucking hate shit. In
I am a
public.
frequent flyer in the fucking public washroom. So
I hate that shit.
put a couple of like toilet paper strips down the sea, you're golden.
Oh, that's a bold move. I like that one. I like that move.
I
That's a
always,
seasoned
I
vet move.
always like wipe it like twice if I have to.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I just go
If
bare
I-
ass. I don't give a fuck.
No,
if I do
no
it,
bare
I'm
ass.
like, if I do it, it's like last resort. Like I know I can't get home without it.
But see, I kind of like, I don't know.
I don't.
Yeah, but you're
I'm a
fucking
frequent
sick
flyer.
in the head. You are. You're like,
I don't.
You're
I'm
like,
not
oh
allowed
yeah.
to comment.
Where's the key to the can? You go to the
No,
gas station.
no.
Hey,
I don't do
Toots.
it.
Hey,
I
Toots,
don't-
where's the can? I gotta use it.
Hey, I noticed your washroom was locked. Can you unlock that for me, please?
Yeah.
I'm
I
very
have to drop a
much-
dump.
I'm very much a road trip shitter though. I destroy gas stations and I take a little bit of pleasure in it. Like,
Yeah.
like I won't do it. Like if we're at the fucking Stavanger Drive, I'll hold in a shit. But if we're on a road trip, I kind of love the idea.
So are we in
of
agreement? It's pooping in public.
versus checking out boobs or butts? Little side
I don't
eye.
know. Is that guilt?
Well, it depends on your.
I'm gonna need
Well, they're
your.
just
I
being a
need, I
human.
need you to break it down.
Well,
for me
I
again.
think everyone checks out everyone, but like if you get caught and your girl's like being like, "Why the
Oh,
fuck
okay.
were you looking that chick up
Okay,
and
you
down?"
didn't say
Like,
getting caught.
well,
there.
it's like just checking out. You're checking out some boobs.
You're
and
talking
butts.
about two different things here. You're talking
I'm-
about generally looking around, and you're talking about getting caught.
We'll talk about well. I think generally looking around, everyone does and is not guilty at all. So we'll say getting caught.
I think I'm still pooping in public.
I don't get any guilty pleasure out of pooping in public.
It's a good pleasure of mine.
I. I'm gonna have to go, I'll go with
right,
Hags. You're the
tiebreaker.
tiebreaker, buddy.
Oh wow, this is a tough one. This is a real tough one now. Because I think getting caught checking out some boobs and butts, I think everyone knows it's done, but you got to be smart about it. Because it is a little disrespectful if you're walking down the street and your girl's next to you and you're just like, that ass, though. Like, that's disrespectful.
Pointing
You
it
can't
out
do
to her.
that. Yeah, just giving her a little like heads up, like damn. But like also
Jen.
low key,
Check
sometimes.
the knockers on that.
Sometimes it's undeniable too. I think even women would admit, and guys too. Like sometimes you see a person who's just obnoxiously good looking, guy or a girl, and you can't help but be like, objectively, that person is just insanely good looking.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You gotta.
That person's a rock.
You just gotta. So for that reason, I'm gonna go pooping in public because I think that's just
Well
you
done.
know you're leaving a grenade, and as good as the shit felt. You probably may have ended a 3-year-old's life when they came in to do a pee, and they're just smelling so much rank shit.
Sorry, little one.
Yeah, and especially if it's a messy one and like the toilet's fucked afterwards, like there's just street marks all on the bowl.
They're doing like Thanos quotes
oh
to her
my
as you're leaving.
god,
Like,
yeah.
fucking
I'm inevitable.
it's like balance as everything should be. Or whatever it is. Got the fucking knife on this finger.
Holy fuck! What's the next one?
Next one is reality TV shows versus farting in public.
Reality TV shows.
I'll vote that.
Reality
I
TV
love
shows
reality TV shows.
do you feel guilty after watching them?
No, I love them.
So maybe you're just a piece of shit.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know,
It's
like Love on the
terrible
Spectrum.
TV. It's a fucking. It's not great to watch. Like you're wasting your time, but they're so fucking.
I could say the
entertaining.
same thing to you. Waste your time watching fucking anime, reading comic books.
Not really. No,
Yeah,
it's
you're
not the
reading
same type.
fictional
You're
stories.
watching trash. Like,
Oh,
you're
absolutely.
watching- so that's the diff. Like that's what
Okay,
we're
yeah, but there's
saying.
no different than me saying that your comic books are trash.
No, because
Because-
that's just a form of media that some people
Okay,
like and
well,
some people
reality
don't.
TV is my form of media.
Your porn media. What?
No, it's
No,
form of
my
media.
form.
I thought you said porn media. I was like, whoa, we're not. That's
One
a
of
whole
my
different
pre-
type
one
of
of my
guilty pleasure.
preferences-
Waiting for porn to come up here.
I love me some Too Hot to Handle.
That's
That's a guilty pleasure.
That's a guilty
I think
pleasure.
That's the definition
I
of
think
guilty
yeah.
pleasure.
I think everyone would say that reality TV. For
Why
most
isn't
are
I
watching
think
guilty
anime
pleasures.
can also be a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
could be.
I know. I just had to bring up anime because
I'm
Hags
not
likes anime.
personally attacking
I
you.
just, all right.
Oh
all
no,
right.
I'm just comparing.
To play devil's advocate, I don't get any pleasure in farting in public, but I do feel guilty about it. So I think reality TV shows makes more sense.
I'm fine with reality TV shows.
Yeah,
Okay, that's fair.
I like that.
Well, technically, it's not even my decision. I'm just a tiebreaker. It's up to you boys.
I vote 7.
Okay, reality TV shows.
Sweets and jerking it in the bathroom.
Just jerking in the bathroom.
What bathroom?
That's the point. Like it's just you're jerking
Your
in
own
the
bathroom?
Holy
Like
fuck.
now, you got to think back to a time when you like lived with your parents, and if you didn't have,
That's a good one, man.
yeah,
That's,
like just ripping one real
that's a
quick.
unanimous for me, Josh. It's number 2, man. Because that like you got it right on the head. That's when you're like 15, like
Yeah, just
junior high, like grade 9.
ripping one
Yeah,
as fast as you physically can because you just heard your mom open up the door and you're just on the can, not shitting, ripping it. Fuck. And like when you blow it, you gotta like wipe it, and if you accidentally leave something somewhere, it's just
All right.
yeah.
Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah,
And go
yeah.
with number 2.
Okay, so we'll go back in reverse order. So this is the next round, the round of 8. We have jerking it in the bathroom versus reality TV shows.
Jerking in the bathroom.
Gotta be.
It's just jerking in the bathroom is massive.
Final 4 favorite.
Oh my!
Hey, it's a 2 seed too.
It's
Maybe it's a
2C.
good name.
Maybe it came
Rightfully
in.
so.
Maybe it came in hot.
So is it the top 16 golfers, or is it just your selection of 16?
Top 16 golfers. What I did was I just used Dan Rappaport's listing of who he thought was the top. Like he
Yeah,
ranked them
fair,
from
fair,
89 to 1.
Yeah, I got you.
So it's not like based on world golf rankings because that doesn't include some of the live guys and stuff.
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
just used a reputable.
That's what I was
going to
say.
Yeah.
I'm assuming live guys are included.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
this.
they are.
Yeah. Okay.
So next one would be pooping in public versus
Procrastinating work.
procrastinating work.
Ooh, that's tough for me.
I'd say procrastinating work.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Procrastinating work gets the nod.
It's a 50-50, so I'll do that.
14 seed coming into the final 4.
That's well, final 8, top 8. top 8, Fateful 8, whatever that's called.
No, it just passed the Fateful 8.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Oh
won,
yeah,
we
no,
won.
fuck, it is
Final
in the
four.
4. What am I saying? My bad, ladies and gentlemen, my bad. We have late night gaming
And Greasy
versus no,
No.
it was talking shit
Oh,
about
right,
people,
right.
talking shit.
Gaming for me.
I think it's 5. I think that's more guilt.
Yeah, you might be right. Yeah, 5. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with
And
that.
5 takes it. Then we have. Do we go with arguing or anal? I can't remember.
Arguing, I think, wasn't
Arguing,
Yeah. Okay, we'll say arguing. Arguing when you know you're wrong, versus late night eating.
it? Late night eating.
See, I don't do arguing when I know I'm wrong very often. I don't think. Maybe I do. But late night eating, I guess I don't really feel guilty about that as much as the other one.
I wake up most mornings and I'm like, I shouldn't have done that, but I don't really give a fuck.
That is true.
Yeah,
That is
there you
very
go.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Late
I
night
never thought
eating.
of the morning after.
Yeah, think of the morning after.
I was thinking more like in the moment.
You wake up and you instantly got to go to the bathroom, and then you're
Yeah,
like,
no.
yeah, I shouldn't have done that, but I fucking really enjoyed
Say
it.
less, go off, King.
Yeah.
So now, in the final 4, we have just to let everyone know, we have late night eating. If I'm not mistaken, it was talking shit, right?
Yeah.
Because that came out of that
So
one.
late night eating versus talking shit.
Yep. So what do you think?
I go late night eating, man. It's my biggest guilty pleasure.
Yeah, true.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Late night eating makes it to the finals.
16 seed.
16 seed coming in.
What a fucking dark horse.
Yeah.
But then we
so now we got
have
procrastinating work
versus jerking it in the bathroom, man.
jerking it in the bathroom.
Lock it in.
Lock it in.
Lock it in.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
2
we
seed
have our
versus the
finals.
16 seed.
2 seed versus 16.
No
we
top
have
seeds.
jerking it in the bathroom versus late night fucking eating.
Such a degenerate.
Which one?
I feel like we need to call a lifeline.
Oh, wow. Who are we calling?
Michael.
No, Scapes. Because he escapes.
No.
Scapes. Because he does a lot of both, I bet. Scapes.
Hey, he lives at home still.
Yeah. Yeah. It's 100% Scapes. Yeah. He lives at home. He's a single man on the prowl.
You gotta call our field reporter here.
Okay, there's no shot he's probably going to answer this.
And he's playing FIFA.
FaceTime audio. Don't forget, you won't have enough service.
FaceTime audio, Ryan Scaplin.
While we wait, I just bringing it out here. I mean,
It's a great bracket.
it's a tough. This is a tough finals.
I like to emphasize that this is deciding your Masters bets.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of degenerate.
Yeah.
How much money are you putting on it?
Put his.
What do you at?
Playing card.
Oh, okay, sick. Would you mind answering a question for the podcast for me to settle a debate?
What would that be?
Okay, so we're currently in the middle of a 1 to 16 bracket challenge to decide Hags' master bets, but he put like this weird spin on it where it's all guilty pleasures. So we're in the finals. It's the second seed of jerking it in the bathroom versus the 16 seed of late night eating. Which one is the biggest guilty pleasure? And don't think of it. Think of jerking in the bathroom when you're like, think of like fucking 15, 16, like 14 years old. Like,
just ripping it.
yeah, just riff. Okay. And what is the answer?
Dude, late night eating is like the greatest thing that's ever happened in my life.
That's what I said.
Ooh, Wow.
That's what I said. Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
It's probably
So Scapes, in case we couldn't hear that perfectly, Scapes said, and I quote, "Late night eating is the greatest thing that's ever happened in my life."
word for
Which
word.
word for word. So that's a bold claim. Do we get
I
one
don't-
more? Do we call in one more person as a wild card?
Hags really wants the 2 seed.
No. Because I haven't even given my vote yet.
He's filibustering right now.
What's your vote?
I think it gotta be late night eating just because like I do that every weekend. So fair.
Late night eating.
Hags is like, it's jerking in the bathroom.
It should be jerking in the bathroom. I'm sorry, but you don't.
Jerking in the bathroom's funnier. but-
yeah, it's definitely funnier, but I'm gonna go with late night eating.
That is fair. I do think recency bias is having an effect on this. I think 15-year-old us would have a very different conversation because I don't even think any of us gave a fuck about walking upstairs and getting a couple pizza pockets. But you never felt more shame than someone knocking on the door when you're mid wank asking if you're taking too long.
Strolling into a freshly cleaned bathroom and fucking
just destroying it, man. I don't fuck.
still smell the fucking air freshener.
Oh,
Like it's such a guilty pleasure.
Because
Your poor old mother don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
Like I'm sorry, that to me, that should be the winner. But
Washing the blood off your hands.
yeah, literally.
When you say blood,
Yeah, washing the
Yeah,
evidence,
it's
getting
a
rid of the
figurative-
evidence.
figurative blood.
Yeah.
Figurative blood.
I mean, unless.
I was like, how fucking fast you
I
drinking?
mean, you're squeezing that shit.
He likes it rough.
But at the end of the day, I think we got to go with your original late night eating.
Yeah, I think late night eating
I
is the
think the
winner.
16th seed pulls it out.
What a tournament.
That was a wild bracket there. I think we had a lot of, there was a couple ones that I thought might get farther. I thought farting in public, might have went up a little bit.
See, that's a you thing.
But it's not that I get pleasure from it. That wasn't a me thing. I thought that it was I was almost more thinking about the guiltiness of that one, of just being like, fuck.
Yeah, but-
Because you don't say anything. And
Guilt-
everyone's just
guilt is half
sitting
of
there
it.
smelling it. And no one says a word.
It's not a pleasure though. It's just guilt.
You know what I do like about that situation?
You do get pleasure out of it.
Not that I farted, but of the unwritten rule of silence, like the cone of silence. I find that's oddly
smelled that you
satisfying
dealt
that
it?
no one says a thing. It's just uniform. We're just gonna act like that didn't happen, but it did, and everyone knows it did. There's something oddly satisfying about
Sorry,
that to me.
Hags. It's not a pleasure.
No, that's
Just
fine.
guilt.
That's fine.
It's just guilt.
That's fine. I also thought weekday drinking in Benjamin would be up there a little bit because if you're getting if it's a Tuesday night and you got work in the morning and you get absolutely bedoodled,
I'm not a casual drinker. If I drink, I'm getting drunk.
that's fair.
So I
That's
don't really
fair.
do
See, I feel
casual.
like if JL was
I'm
here,
the
that
same
one would have
way.
went up.
So yeah, it's just I don't know. I can't do that on the weekdays.
Yeah.
That's fair. But anyways, that was our bracket there. Bracket challenge complete. The winner is of the guilty pleasures is late night eating. So
Cheers.
I'll be posting the bracket and going through its phases as we go through, but we'll also maybe post it on Instagram maybe if anyone wants to do that.
Think
I don't know.
about that run that late night eating just went on.
Late night eating beat Coming on Her Face, which is a wild experience. So the fact that wasn't I thought that was going to be a massive matchup, an immediate debate.
It kind of was.
It's wild that it's the first seed too, because that was not intentional. Again, I randomized these, but it's a bit of an upset, but not really when you think about it. I think the true blue hero won in late night eating.
We're respectable.
Yeah, but there was some great matchups
Arguing
there.
when you know you're wrong. It
Yeah.
beat.
Anal.
It beat talking. Wait,
It
no.
beat anal, and then it
It-
lost to late night eating.
No. I'm saying late night eating beat coming on our face, arguing when you know you're wrong, talking shit.
And late night gaming, or no, talking shit. It was
Talking shit
Yeah.
and
That was it. And
jerking in the
jerking in the bathroom, which was a favorite.
that was a
Like,
favorite.
that
That was a
was-
heavy favorite.
Like when I'm not. That's one of the ones I came up with off the top of my head, and immediately I said, "That's just
The guiltiest of
Oh,
pleasures.
it's
The
the
guiltiest.
of
Yeah,
pleasures.
the guiltiest.
Yeah. You know what this is kind of like? This is like when you see a second seed in the sense of they really deserve to win this tournament, but they came up against someone that just got hot. A little Cinderella story there.
Yeah.
It was a wild.
Happens.
Yep.
Happens.
So now, if one of you will pass me your phones, I will tell you who just won the Masters. So we have. Open up your face, please, sir. Thank you. We have. Why the fuck? See, this is why Josh pisses me off.
Hags.
What?
Because he doesn't have messages on the bottom row of his apps.
Oh, you need that.
That's upsetting to me.
Yeah, you need
His
that.
apps are
Top
phone,
left.
mail, Safari, and what looks to be Google Music. Or not Google, YouTube.
Safari?
Sorry, YouTube Music.
Yeah, I use that flat out.
Safari on the
don't?
bottom four.
You don't browse the web?
Safari on the bottom web. You don't
browse the web?
It's not even
You
about
don't
that.
browse the web, bro?
It's not even about that. It's how often are you messaging everyone you talk to?
How often are you
24/7?
fucking texting? Every day.
Out of
all
the four
time.
apps on the bottom there, I use Safari the most.
Really?
Okay, can I go into your usage and actually see if that's true?
No, you can't.
Fucking bullshit.
And it's called arguing when you know you're wrong.
Yeah. Messaging is by far my highest.
Oh,
My,
it's
most
just something
use
else.
that.
Okay, so if I get rid of our invisible ink here real quick.
Hold down on
16.
it.
Late night eating, oh my God, was number one. Scotty Scheffler is going to win the Masters.
Let's go.
Oh,
That's a good bet,
mean,
sir.
You're welcome.
yeah. For notice,
I was gonna put money on him, and now I definitely am.
jerking in the bathroom was number 8. So jerking it in the bathroom was number 8. For reference, that would have been Joaquin Neiman. Ooh.
I got him on my pool, my bracket.
He's
too.
gonna be good. He's gonna be good. Are you guys excited?
I don't even know who he is.
Oh, he's an unreal golfer. He'd probably be. He's one of the best
Is he
ball
like
strikers in
French
the
or
world.
something?
No, he's
What kind of name's Joaquin?
He's
You gotta be
Chilean.
Spanish.
He's been in the fourth.
He's Chilean.
Yeah, Chilean, yeah, or
He's
something like
Chilean.
that. He's a live golfer, but he's very very fucking good. Yeah,
His swing is insane.
yeah. So, anyways,
Ludwig Eiberg might have a good tournament
oh
too.
my God, if you guys want to
I
talk
have
a little
Scotty
bit of
Scheffler
bets,
too. Okay, this is basically my
Okay.
bracket.
Well, just real quick, because I know a lot of people are going to tune out when we start talking a little golf. Thank you so much for listening. We're going to talk golf for another like 10 minutes, and then that'll be the podcast. So, as always, please like, subscribe, tell all your friends. No, I got some dark horses. Brian Harmon, short hitter. The Masters is the only course where long hitters don't have a distinct advantage, and lefties tend to have an advantage over right-handers because a lot of the holes are dogleg lefts. And back in the day, the natural shot shape was a draw just because of there wasn't as much
Yeah,
forgiveness
now
on
it's
the
a
clubs.
fade.
Now it's a fade. So lefties are they have so much more favorability off the tee. If you look at since the real golf boom and technology, Bubba Watson won it twice. Phil Mickelson won it 3 times, I want to say. And who's the other lefty that I'm blanking on? Won it since like 1990. So if you look at that on a percentage of how many lefty golfers there are, there's literally like usually 4 or 5 on tour. That's it. So like the Masters has the highest lefty win percentage
me, 'cause,
of any
like, I
tournament.
feel like most of our friends are lefties.
Yeah, no, Newfoundland per capita is the highest in the world.
So you know what that means, Hags.
What?
If any Newfoundlander gets really good at golf, they're gonna have a good shot at the Masters.
They're going to have a good shot. Yeah, no, but there's a couple others. There's Brian Harmon, Batia, the guy that just won the tournament to get in. He's a lefty, and he's nasty. He's a little skinny fuck, but he's nasty. I like him. I got Phil to make the cut because, you know, it's Phil. He knows his way around the course, even though he might not be in the best form
That
right now.
Adam Scott guy.
Adam Scott, like actual Adam Scott, or
No, like the golfer.
oh yeah, he's pretty good. I mean, he's kind of on the, shall we say, the downward end of his.
I
trend.
heard he's having a little resurgence.
He's like, see, that's the thing about golf. You're never really out of it. If you can still swing, and with the technology today, these guys that are older are still putting it a good 300 yards out there. It's really just about consistency. So Adam Scott, they say he has one of the nicest swings in golf in terms of aesthetically. Like if you were to like say to someone like this is what the perfect technical golf swing would be, just like cookie cutter, like if you're reading a book on golf, it's Adam Scott's swing.
Okay.
He's just so perfect, but it doesn't always yield results because what we've learned in the golf world now is a lot of people's natural swings can generate power in different ways, and there's double ways to correct things, and the golf world is trying to move away from that prototypical like, oh, put your arm here, twist it this much, like turn. But anyways, I digress. But no, there's a couple. I think this Masters is suiting up to be real good. The weather's looking good.
When does it start? Tomorrow?
So it starts tomorrow. Is the par 3 contest, the annual par? Because there's a full par 3 course, just par 3s at Augusta that they play every year. It's like a tradition, and like usually they have their kids caddying for them and stuff. So that's televised in the afternoon tomorrow, and then Thursday it starts. Some big featured groups too. I'm looking forward to it.
I was like, today's Tuesday, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch every second of it, and then I got Friday off to watch, so I'm real excited for it. But either way, it is what it is. If you like golf, it's the greatest tournament in the world.
So what's your bet here? You said you're doing top 4.
Oh
and then-
yes, fuck top 4, right? So who was we? So we have Joaquin Neiman. We have Greggy just thinking he's inconspicuous. We got Joaquin Neiman and Scotty Scheffler, and then who was the other? What was the other ones that we lost to? It was arguing when you know you're wrong.
Yeah.
No, sorry, it was talking shit.
Yeah.
So we're
Number 5.
No, but remember that's not the same seating as this one because I randomized the order so you guys wouldn't know.
I'll just tell you.
Yeah, put your phone in, bro. Jeez, bye. Look at how unorganized we are. Give me a little thing. So you got to just find arguing when you know you're wrong. 13.
13.
Oh, so who's the 13th man? Victor Hovland. I don't mind that at all. I don't mind that.
That's a good bet.
He's a good bet to get a top 20 finish. That's a good bet.
And then what's the last one?
Last one would have been procrastinating work, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, procrastinating work.
Yeah.
7.
7 was Hideki Matsuyama. I don't mind that at all either. So we got a top 4, top 20 finish of Hideki Matsuyama, Joaquin Neiman, Scotty Scheffler, and Victor Hovland.
I have another question.
Yep.
Will you be putting any money on Tiger Woods?
Yes. Oh, you have to. If you don't, you're stupid. Yeah, I'm not saying
I
I'm
didn't
putting a
take him in my
lot.
pool.
I'll put.
Dust.
No, he is dust, but he's the greatest
Has
golfer.
he done anything since he last won the Masters?
He's had 2 starts in 4 years. He's
like, why waste your money?
Because it's not a waste of money
he's-
for this one reason and one reason only, Josh. If by some miracle his knee holds up, because that's all it is. It's not a mental. It is not an ability to swing. Like everyone that
It's
plays
his
with
body.
him, it's his body. And if everyone that plays with him says like, if he feels good, he can shoot any score, anything.
Are
like,
you sure
he's
it's
by
not
far-
mental though? Because like, doesn't
No.
he do like the ass grab and like get like fucking like first aid people?
The
to, like,
man got
pat him
in
up?
2 car accidents and has a fused spine and a broken knee
Fused
with
spine.
like breaks and shit. Yeah, like he's.
Oh.
It's a lot. Yeah,
He
it's,
still draws 300.
he still tries 300 intoxicated on pain meds. But he's a man, a myth, a legend. And he also breaks up with his girlfriend, and his girlfriend tries to sue him, and he says no because he's Tiger fucking Woods. But
It's just if you don't have money on him and he actually happens to
To
string
win.
it together, then you're gonna feel
like an idiot.
Yeah, you're gonna feel
And
like
it's
the biggest
also
idiot.
not even that you feel like an idiot. Like he hasn't, even with his injuries, he's never missed the cut at the Masters. Like never. He's never not made the cut.
I
Like,
might
it's
put money on
insane.
that.
Like it's a free. You could bet $1 billion.
Can I
on
bet
him.
against him?
Yeah, you can.
I can be a Tiger hater.
You can be a Tiger hater.
All right, I'm gonna do that.
You're gonna bet that he doesn't make the cut.
Yeah.
The streak ends at 22 straight Masters.
This is the year.
Could be.
I think that's the bet.
Or sorry, I don't think it's 22 straight. I think he did miss one a couple years ago, but it's he has the most made cuts. Sorry, at the Masters at like 23 or something like that. or
Either
24.
way, I think
Either way, it's like he's basically he's not thinking about making the cut. He expects it.
I think
Like,
the
even
money
with
is
his
where
injuries.
not making the cut is.
I don't know. I don't know where it is because it all depends on his world ranking and what they think. I mean, he still has insane odds to win, considering he's literally played
It's
2
like
golf
the
tournaments.
Leafs.
in
The
4
Leafs are
years.
always gonna have like sick odds because everyone bets them. Everyone bets Tiger Woods.
Yeah, but even before, like Vegas starting out, had him pretty favorable for someone who's literally not played in 4 years, pretty much.
So
But it
Yeah.
also is fair because he's won there 5 times, and this is like the type of golf course that like the more you know it, the better, because it's the only golf course aside from a couple other tournaments, but it's the only major for sure that goes to the same golf course every year. So like having that experience and gaining that kind of like momentum is big. It's very big. There's only been 2 winners of the Masters the first time they play it in history. And it
I'm
was
still betting against him.
Oh, that's fine. I'm not saying you can't. Might be worth your money. Might be the favorable bet. I mean,
I think
he
so.
hasn't played 2 golf. He's played 2 golf tournaments in 4 years. He could blow up his knee again because it's a hilly golf course.
You
It's
still
hard to
get
walk.
your money if you like backs out of the tournament after like 1 round.
I don't know. I don't know if that would be a.
Nah, they won't
I
void
think,
that.
Yeah, I think that's a void. And
No,
then-
no, they wouldn't void that. You just lose your money.
You sure?
What
it
if I
was
say
us?
if I say
I
he
would
doesn't?
say.
If I bet money that he doesn't make the cut, would I lose that bet?
I think it's a void if it's a
No.
make the cut bet.
If it's a void and it's make the cut, I don't know. Don't know.
We'll find it.
Like if he, yeah, either way, we'll find out. We'll definitely do this in a second. We're gonna finish up there now, but no, man. I just to anyone that's listening, if you're not a massive golf fan, I get it, but at the same time, if you were ever gonna attempt to watch a tournament and see if you like it, this is the one to do it. It's the best tournament all year. Get your wallet out, throw $50 on a couple names. Who gives a fuck? And I promise you'll have a lot of fun. Especially if one or two of the guys you got is within 3 or 4 strokes on Sunday. Let me tell you, you'll be fucking glued to the TV.
It is the funnest stuff to bet on.
I don't think there's a sport that's better to bet on. Yeah, a lot of people say football, and I respect that, but I think golf maybe it's not the most fun sport to bet on, but it's the best sport. The gambling elevates the sport the most. Like I can still watch football and enjoy watching a football game. I personally still watch golf and enjoy watching golf, but it makes a hell of a lot difference. And I even say that. Like if you got a couple guys to root for and you're especially like I said, they're in the hunt on a Sunday, you're buzzing.
I think it's football, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
It's buzzing.
Golf's definitely up there.
Anyways, that's been the second round podcast for this week. Hopefully you liked our little bracket challenge. Tell us where you would have ranked, who you would have had winning the whole thing. Is it jerking off in the bathroom? Because that's a wild take. I'm still not over it. As the commentator of this podcast and this program, jerking it in the bathroom. I put a lot of money on it. The podcast is actually over. We don't own this house anymore. I lost it all. I lost it all because I was jerking it in the bathroom.
Bet it on jerking in the
Guilty.
bathroom.
Yeah, guilty pleasure. Gambling, kind of a guilty pleasure. But anyways,
That would have been one to put in there.
that would have been one to put in there.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's what it is. So thank you very much for listening. Please like, subscribe, tell all your friends. Do you jerk it in the bathroom?
Don't do it. Tell your friends that.
I mean, they probably already know.
And if they question it, they're doing it too.